Yep, what's good? It's your boy Red, journeywithred.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Definitely appreciate your time. I'm definitely in good spirits. Definitely in good spirits. No more complaints about the eye. Have actually chalked that up, as I said before, as the universe testing me. And you know what? I kind of have a sense of gratitude because it kind of put my butt in gear. And you know, the gratitude comes from there's people that have overcome even, I guess, huger obstacles and went on to do great things. So I put myself in that boat. So I'm kind of glad it happened because I probably would have been sitting on my bunkers, you know, just trying to say, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get that done. World of Red Media, moving forward with that. The book writing, moving forward with that. And I'm going to get back to that a little bit later. And as far as everything else, you know, moving forward, constantly looking for, I guess, passive income ways of doing business. However, you know, since I now have a day job, I actually find ways to actually get in the trenches and actually do the hard work, as long as it's something that I love to do, which falls under videography and photography. But back to the book. So I write, I guess the category is called self-help books. I study this, you know, personal growth, stuff like that. I constantly study this. I listen to a lot of the great orators as well as the great authors. I actually read their books. It's a lifelong study because I definitely want to get it right. I definitely want to bring value, and I definitely want to put my own spin on things. But as I've been studying this week, you know, actually listening to motivational stuff while I'm driving around, you know, listening to stuff when I have downtime, very little of that. You know, I started to uncover that thing that I call patterns and trends. And it made me realize something. I think that all the greats kind of at one stage of their speeches, their talks, or their seminars, talk about how we go through life trying to change other people. For whatever the reason may be. Maybe because we were raised a certain way and we think that this is the way everybody is supposed to think. You know, our worldview sometimes supersedes everybody else's worldview. Sometimes we might be in a relationship, be it friendly or romantic, you know, or it might even be a family member. But I think what I've uncovered is we waste a lot of time trying to change other people. We really do waste so much of our time trying to change other people. People are going to change when they want to change, if they change at all. Let me repeat that. People are going to change when they want to change, if they change at all. You know, you can't, no matter how right you are, no matter how much sense it makes to you, no matter, you know, how stupid they're acting. You know, at times it's because they, you know, it's like, oh my God, you're acting like a little child. You're acting crazy. I said this to people, you know, why are you acting like a child? You know, grow the hell up. It's me trying to force my worldview on somebody else. Their worldview might have served them. However, it doesn't serve me. You know, you have two choices. You can focus on yourself and make yourself into a better person. And the only way you can do that is by changing yourself, not changing somebody else. There is no return on investment, no matter how you look at it, by changing somebody else. Case in point, you have a family member, a loved one, a close friend that is like an alcoholic or a drug addict. You would think that, you know, hey, listen, I've got to change you. I've got to make you into this person that I envision. See, that's mistake number one. You're trying to turn somebody into what you envision. Okay? Well, what happens is you force this person to, you know, change their life, turn their life around. And for most people, this would seem like a great thing to do. But what if they're not ready? What usually happens is that magical word that they use in the 12-step program, relapse. And usually the relapse is always worse. You know, people must decide for themselves. It's their life. Okay? If you was born December 1st of 1980, you was born. Unless you have a twin brother or sister, or you're part of triplets or quadruplets or octuplets or whatever the hell they call them, you came out by yourself. That essentially dictates to the universe that this is your life. You are responsible for your life. Granted, we don't want to see people go down the wrong path. We don't want people to, put themselves in harm's way. But if someone is steadfast in staying the course of how they envision the world, what can you do? What can you do? Again, we go back to time. We all have the same 24 hours. I say this in a harsh way sometimes, but it makes the most sense. People are going to do the stupid shit that they're going to do. You don't figure into that equation. You're not on the cusp of that equation. You're no place in that equation. That is something that is going on in their head. And no matter how right you may think you are, no matter how, honorable your intentions are, no matter what, they need to change on their own. The time investment, the return on investment is making yourself a better person. Another thing that, I picked up from at least 3 speakers as I was going through my week is like, okay, let's say these people that you're banging your head against the wall that you're trying to change, okay, and they're not changing, and they're bringing a ton of heartache and grief, and and these are usually people in our close circle, and there's a lot of stress and anxiety on your part because you want to change them. One thing that I did learn, and it makes so much sense to me, it may not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me, is if you focus on yourself, you'll find 1 or 2 things. They will be removed from your circumference, okay? Or just by you focusing on yourself, they may take a look at you and decide that they want to change. It's not hocus pocus. It's not magic. This is facts. I can go down my life and find so many situations where that has happened, where I was just like in distress because this person is in my life and it drives me freaking crazy. Once I stopped focusing on that person or persons, I found that my life kind of fixed itself. And then that was only because I started to focus on my life. I get it. We use the term loved ones. We use the ones, the words near and dear, true blue, all of that. Nobody wants somebody else to be going down the wrong path. But and unless you've got reins on them and you're on top of their back and they're a horse, there's nothing you can do to stop them. There's nothing you can do to make yourself a better person. When the mood hits them, when the reality hits them, when the universe hits them, guess what they're going to do? They're going to make themselves into a better person. You may or may not be around to see that. You might not. But you have to trust in the mathematical wisdom of the universe that we live in. And if that equates to a higher power to you, so be it. Stop trying to change people. Change yourself. Everything starts within and radiates out. That's all I got to say. I got to get back to grinding and hustling like a maniac. But, it's all good. I enjoy my life now. I enjoy the fact that I decided to get off of my bumpkins, no matter what the reason was. It could have been an eye, it could have been I lost an arm. I don't know what the hell it could have been. But it was enough to push me into gear, to push me into action, to make me say to myself, hey, listen, you don't have unlimited time here. Go ahead and make your dreams into a reality. And that's what I would like for you guys to do. Go ahead and make your dreams into a reality. And with that being said, it's your boy Red, journeywithred.com, and you already know. Love you guys.